Hey guys, hey guys, today we're at the tractor show.
Hey, stop turning away. Finish what you're saying.
Hey guys, today we're at the tractor show.
Where's this?
It's, I have no clue, but it's near Ballykeel.
Turn it up.
Yeah.
I wake up, put a dip in, crack a cold one, put my
like what you
boots
had
in my
on, Henry.
overalls on. This is the country boy song. I like to gig frogs, like to gut hogs, like to swim in the creek with my bird dog. This is the country boy song. Chew it up,
You like to
spit
jump on
it
them?
out, crack a cold one and tilt it back. I'm tired of these city
Yeah,
boys running their
put it over.
mouth. If the truck gets stuck, I ain't pulling them out. If you got a dip in your lip, help me sing along. This is the country boy song. Catch bass and cats with a rod and reel. Kill bucks from the top of a windmill all day long. This is the country boy song.
You say, Nana, you're gonna buy me this.
Nanny,
I fix the
are
tree,
you gonna buy me
whittle
this?
sticks. My barbed wire tattoo gets me chicks.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
Of course it goes all the way around.
It's so simple, too. Like.
Keep a 12 gauge by my water bed.
It looks like it, yeah.
The next trailer over lives a meth head. And that ain't biscuits he's cooking. Yeah, I'm a redneck. I'm white trash. Quarter Cherokee blood
Oh,
from my
there's another
mom's
car
half. This is the country boy song. So chew it up,
What?
spit it out.
Yeah.
Crack it cold one,
I'm just taking a
tilt
video.
it back.
Right, do you want to go see the rest of them, Henry? There's more over here.
Boys running their mouth. If the truck
I don't
gets
know.
stuck, I ain't pulling them out. If you got
Beautiful,
a
isn't
dip in your lip, help me sing along. Yeah, this is the country boy song.
From the India Ford, but it's actually a Ferguson's. This is Ferguson's system.
Yeah.
Oh, really? How do you get in? I don't know. Thank you.
Getting country drunk in the back of my truck. The night is young, I'm gonna get messed up. Getting country drunk in the back of my truck. The night is young, I'm gonna get messed up. Getting country drunk in the back of my truck. The night is young, gonna get chew it
Oh, look at
up, spit it out, crack a cold one and tilt it back. I'm tired of these city boys running their mouth. If the truck gets stuck, I ain't pulling them out. If you got a dip in your lip, help me sing along. This is the country boy song.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the country boy song. Put a good dip in. Check 1, 2.
I don't mind the driving. I like the quiet.
Are they out in the road then, or what? Right, you can all have.
Other
You
side.
can look at it a wee bit closer if you want.
Sometimes
I'll come and stand beside this sign. Oh, it's alright. I'll just take a video of it.
Think about the distance, the feeling that I'm missing, the thought of who I could be
Back to the
and
road,
who I am.
Henry, do you want to come look at it? What? Yeah.
I wanna be wild. I wanna feel my heart beating. Dirt on my
Must already be out in the road, maybe.
hands, like the innocence of childhood. I wanna run till my feet start bleeding, screaming out to heaven, God, let me breathe the air of freedom. dying. It's a living that feels hard, working towards the middle just to watch
the tractors
it
out in the road then, or?
fall apart when all the proud
Right.
men,
Are they coming back here?
when all the please the crowd men get everything they want, or they realize it's not worth a life. Lying to your nature when the truth is something greater.
What's that?
Know yourself.
I don't know if they're coming back or not. Like,
No,
it's not over here. Excuse me. How does it work then? Are the tractors out in the road then? And then they come back here, or what, in an hour, half an hour?
Dirt on my hands like the innocence of childhood. I wanna run
Oh really? Okay.
till my feet
They do a lap or something, is it?
screaming out to heaven.
And how many would there be,
God,
like?
let me breathe the air of
100?
freedom I wanna be.
Wow. They're all in that field there?
I don't wanna talk it over.
Right. So thank
I
you.
don't wanna think
Right.
this through. I don't wanna talk
Yeah.
Leave them with that.
Yeah.
I don't wanna think this
Yeah.
through. I wanna be wild. I
Fast.
wanna feel my heart beating. Dirt on my hands, like the innocence of childhood. I wanna run till my feet start bleeding, screaming out to heaven. God, let me breathe the air of freedom. I wanna be wild.
Yeah.
Like that's the tractor Darren has.
Is it?
Thank
That
you,
should
sir.
be Ferguson.
Thank you very much.
You just say, excuse me, can I have a wee look at the tractor? My friend has one of these.
I want to look at this.
Wild's a song that's going to be on the EP coming out this Friday, and this is another one that's going to be on there. It's a song that I wrote for my son called 1,000 Times.
What? Yeah. Right.
I could see the rain coming from 100 miles away, baptizing empty skylines with the hope
There you
better
go.
day. And I
Make a wee
tell
video, just
myself
looking at them.
this will all be fine. And I watch you from a window
Is that
I
the one?
built
That's the same as the other
inside
one.
my
It's not
mind.
fixed up.
I wonder why I am the way I am. Every man that's walking will fall from time to time. Every time I hear the thunder, I remember I'm just a child. I would die 1,000 times before I ever let you down.
Which one's your favorite? Yeah.
Teeth for teeth,
Yeah.
and
Looks
eye
like your
for
t-shirt there.
eye ain't worth the trouble that they cost you. So I find
Oh, they coming
I
back now?
ain't burning
Are they coming back
my
now? Isn't it?
candle at both ends.
where are they coming
whole damn thing to the fire.
from? All right, okay. And I'm in my car actually, just in case.
This will all be
And do you know how many there are?
I would
Yeah.
die
Okay.
1,000 times
Cool, thank you. Right hand remove the park,
before
but
I
thanks.
ever let you down.
Oh! Ferguson.
Let me, we just missed. Just made it like. You're like standing in the wood here. You stand up in this here. Come on.
Wish it was easier. I wish I had more that I could give. I wish it was easier.
Yeah, I'll Codger.
I wish I had more that I could give. I would die 1,000 before I ever let
Driving.
Yeah. Don't lean on that, Henry. It's not made for weight bearing. If you come back out, you can lean on the back of it. Dip under, and then stand up. Stand up in that. Yeah. Stand up in it. But just hold on it, but don't be pushing your weight on it too much.
That was Evan Bartles.
It's not made for a weight
Here at
bearing.
Nebraska FM. We're going to take a quick break real quick and we'll be back with an interview with Mr. Bartles. Alright, we're back on here at Nebraska FM. Got Evan Bartles sitting around the table here. We're going to do some chatting.
You can, yeah.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
It's our
You
pleasure.
come and take pictures of you.
Yeah, Evan's got a new EP.
That Postman
Honestly,
one?
coming out this
Where?
Friday. And
Where?
we'll do a
Where?
show on Saturday at the Rococo with Andrew Von Camp. How's it
We
feel
missed
to
that.
be
We
We
stopped by
putting this
an
out
inch.
front?
yeah, literally
You
about
know,
like a
somebody
minute.
just asked me that
Look at the girl in the
recently,
flipping.
and
It's not safe at all.
it's weird. There's so much back end work that goes into it. You know, being independent, where it's basically just me and my brother Logan, and we have a small team of people. But for the most part, it's me and Logan sending a bunch of emails and trying to promote things and make sure we got deadlines met. And so you're so busy constantly doing all the logistical stuff that just yesterday and today I was kind of, you know, sitting back and looking at it at 1,000 feet above it and just being like, this is crazy. You know, it's crazy with the internet today. You know,
Yeah.
the reach that goes out there.
Slow
And
sound.
how you can see, you know. I mean, even with you guys on KZN, you know,
Ah,
there's
yeah,
people in
that'd be funny.
different countries listening, and it's just like the reach is amazing. And so with this being the second
There's a yellow
kind
That's a
of
beautiful one.
official release of it,
Yellow.
and you know, putting out the single and everything, and seeing
Yeah,
where
Ford
that's gone and how
660.
people have reacted to it, it's been crazy, man. Especially with having the show at the Rococo, you know, it's just. It's almost too much to comprehend. I feel like maybe after everything's done and I'm just like sitting
Oh, look at this one here.
everything that we did with it, you know, I
Look.
like to think that at that point
Next one coming.
be like,
What?
wow, I can't believe we did all that. But historically, I remember just like, okay, we gotta go on to the next thing now. There's always something else to do. And so, yeah, it's nice to be able to
It is.
hang with you because it forces me to sit in the
Pumpkin shot.
moment and be like, oh yeah, this is crazy. This is really cool what we got going on.
It's funny.
That's kind of strange because I listened to the music, it seems like you don't really have much of an issue
It's like a
living in
tank.
the moment.
See, and that's, I try really hard to live in the moment. And it's something that, you know, that this EP, this collection of songs has stemmed from that. It's me
You give
trying
him
to
a finger
focus
or a thumb up,
on
don't give him a finger.
when I'm there. And a lot of it comes, you know, from being on tour a lot and having to slow down and be by myself when I'm driving and stuff. You know, it's just like in that first song I played, Wild, that line that came from I don't mind the drive and I like the quiet noise of all the silence. It's, you know, those moments where I get to sit inside of my own head and kind of ruminate on all these things. I found a lot of value in that, you know, and that's the big thing that I'm still trying to find out.
Yes, but they're not
Balance
back yet,
between, you know, constantly trying to work and do things, but that, you know, the drive to do the quote-unquote work of it and all the logistical stuff that has such a tendency to eat away from being an artist and writing. You know, they're like two worlds that are 180 degrees from each other, and so I'm constantly trying to find some sort of balance between them. And who knows, maybe the balance is just finding a good manager or something to do it for me, but
It's just like a wee
time being, it's just
buggy.
trying to do the best you can.
Yeah. So is it you just touring by yourself usually?
For a lot of it, yeah.
That one?
You know, I
There's
do a
four
lot of
per
acoustic
person.
touring just
Wow.
because
It's the one
turns
that
out
we see
there's
in
not a
Chile.
lot of money in music. So,
That's like nice, like.
yeah, just to kind of make ends meet, we do a lot of acoustic
47,000.
touring. But the past year or so, we've been able to take the band out a lot more. Like earlier
this
this year, we
coming
did a
ahead.
full band
Wow.
run that was a week long. We went down to Texas for South by Southwest.
the last
and
one?
Did a bunch of touring through there, and then this summer, you know, we're lucky enough to have a couple of festival days
How
that
close are
we
you
can
together now?
kind of use them to anchor a tour and take the whole band out. So I'm hoping, you know, within a year or two, you get to the point where you're just touring with a band like 200 days a year, you know. But yeah, it's a glamorous idea. The reality is that the responsibility to put food on the table. It just makes everything a lot more difficult. But I like that. I like having a mission and pushing towards a larger goal for myself and others. So it's been good, and I think we're gonna be able to do a lot more of it.
Well, you talked about having to put food on the table, and I'm sure you're getting this question all the time now, but you have a son now.
Yeah.
What is it easier to motivate yourself now that you've got someone who's like really depending on you that way?
Oh yeah. Like so when my wife and I found out that we were gonna have our son, it was, you know, a few weeks after I decided that I was gonna quit my day job and become a singer-songwriter full-time and go on tour. And so the timing was perfect, but I don't know, man, it works out. It's such a motivating factor when you're like, okay, well now I have to figure it out, you know? It's like, I imagine that everybody
That's like the one that's in the shed.
You know,
Which one?
high wire walker when there's no safety net beneath them, if that makes sense. Just because it's like, I have to figure this out now, you know? And I mean, it wasn't a total just like cut and dry transition. I've been working for a long time to
That's like on the
make it
shed there, I'm
so
pretty
that I
sure.
could, you know, tour full time and do this full time. But yeah, finding out about,
That's on
you
island.
know, that we're gonna have a baby, that made it all the more important to push everything with 100% that I had, you know, 110%. Because I remember we were going to Chicago to play for this label, and it went really, really well, you know, to hopefully get
Still
on.
more.
And then they found out I was
I know,
having a
it
kid,
looks-
and they didn't end up wanting to work with us on the last release because they were like, oh, we like to invest in artists
state of it.
for the long haul. And, you know, and I get it, you know, when people have kids, it's really easy to put your dreams on hold. And I tell you, man, like, I'm not immune to that. I've had many a nights, you know, where I'm sleeping in a Walmart parking lot in my
Hear the
van
sound of
somewhere,
them.
and I
Oh.
just played a
There's some
show
more
to
coming.
10 people, and I'm like, what am I doing with my life? I should have gone into something where I could make a better future. But the more I think about it, the more I'm like,
I'll be doing this in the next 20 years, maybe 10 years.
Yep, that's right.
risk
You'll be a mining
trying to do this to the
Sure.
highest level that I can.
Yeah.
And, you know, hopefully it pans out monetarily, and hopefully I'm able to make a good living off of it. But at the end of the day, that's not really the point of it. It's, I want to just live my life in a way to where I'm
New
living
Holland.
fearlessly, you know, and to where the main purpose of my life is to create art and have a commentary on what I see in the world and give that to people to hopefully widen their perspective on life. And I think that if I do that and my son is raised in that kind of environment, that's where the real win is, you know. And I'm not saying that you have to be an artist to do that.
Oh, wow, look at the
or
nice
anything.
big van
I'm
at the
just-
back.
That's where I'm finding the value
Look at
in my
the
life.
look at the
is in
man.
creating
As he
art and
works in
being able to
1v5 without a
hopefully
cab.
raise,
That's so cool. That's what
a
I
son
want.
who
That's what I want there,
does
Dad.
the same
That
thing
one
in
there.
whatever avenue
Look, Dad.
he
You
finds
see it? That
himself
one
in.
there.
You know what I mean?
That's what I want. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good quote, man. That old Scott Frost. I don't
There's a girl driving one now.
This might lose
I'll
me
be
some
married,
fans,
get the
but I don't
gears.
really follow football or any athletics that closely, which it is what it is. But I do know all about Scott Frost and how excited people are for him. So if anybody has connections with him, let him know he can come to my show. I'll put him on the list, and he can come do motivational speeches for all of us in attendance.
Very cool.
Yeah, good bonus.
Well, I started the set with Wild, and some of my favorite lyrics from the EP are on that song. I don't mind the dying, it's the living that feels hard.
Here's a girl
Towards the
driving.
middle Just to watch it fall apart.
I'll be married,
What
good.
kind of inspired that sentiment? What are you taking away from that, I guess?
Man, I've grew up with my dad. Was always a
What do you look for?
would say to me, you know, his
Throwing
hands
a
were just
machine
so
like
and they're scarred. And when I was a kid, he would still pick around on guitar a little bit. And now he can't. He would always say, you know, I hope your hands.
I think it's finished, is
that
it?
you're always able to keep
Nope.
playing guitar and stuff. And so when I got older and you know, after high school, I went to college for like 5 minutes, and then I just started working.
There's not 40
and
now.
I've done so,
Go on,
you know,
Dave.
from being like farm
What is
hands
it then?
to mechanic work
You
to
think it's
working,
40?
you
Well, over
know,
100,
in
I would've thought.
all these different avenues, and none of it was fulfilling
That's
to me.
when we finish
And I
tonight.
kept
Comes
thinking about
traffic.
everything
think
that
I
my
said,
parents
I
had
don't know.
sacrificed for me to be able to play music. And it's all about, for me, is letting
looks like
go
it's-
that
that's
fear
it.
of like, well, what if I fail? And realizing, well, you know what? I could be an accountant, or I could try to open my own welding business, or I could do anything and I could fail. But if
Here,
I
take-
take what I have and I put 100% of myself
I need to
into
drive
whatever
down to
I'm
the-
doing, that in itself is the success. You know, it's not it's not the outcome so much as the drive to do it in the first place. That's where I'm finding the success lies in life in general, you know, because I think that most of us have this idea of, well, someday I'm gonna make it. You know what I mean? And it's like, if you look at that, you'll never make it because you'll never appreciate where you're at enough to be like, oh, I'm already here. And that was kind of one of the themes of Promised Land itself, you know, is there's this idea biblically of Promised Land where Moses got to go on this 40-year journey, and then he's at the top of a mountain and he can look and he can see the Promised Land, but God never lets him enter. And I realized in my life I had been in this Promised Land and I had my eyes closed to it, you know. I think about it now, you know, I don't have to worry about a place to live. You don't have to worry about food to eat, car breaking down, and, you know, I have friends and family that are out of this world.
Oh, yeah.
I have a nice guitar, you know what I mean? And it's like, and I'm playing music that I wrote for a living. So I already
Your bike?
made it. This is
Your-
already success to me, you know? So it's just being able to recognize that and being like, you know, because people will ask you that all the time. They'll say, oh, so what's your real job though then? And it's like, well, this is it, man. You know, this is what I do. This is my career. And, you know, people always say, I love when you play a show and somebody comes after and they're like, you're pretty good, man. Have you considered on going on, I don't know if I can say them on air, but like those television singing contest shows? And I'm like, no, I haven't considered doing that because I'm already out here doing it. You know what I mean? It's like, and that's, at the end of the day, that's what I think is like, well, I already made it because I'm already doing it. You You know,
know,
anything on
it's
top
funny.
of this is just icing on a cake, in my opinion.
Very cool.
You say hello
Uh,
to you?
Sitting from
Well,
school.
You're playing
really?
Rococo. How does it feel to? Have you played a theater like that before?
No. I've done, so there's
Even able
been a
to get
few
in?
times where I've been like a guest at the Rococo for other events going on there, you know, like if somebody rented it out. I used to play in a cover band that we played like a wedding there. I was part of a variety show there, and we did some events with a church there, and I've never like headlined a show there, let alone just been a featured act on like a real concert there, and or any theater like that. So I remember when I first moved to Lincoln, I was 18, and I was really set, you know,
Yeah, wee tiny one there.
I'm gonna do things my way. I'm gonna have my own apartment. I'm gonna do it all by myself. And I wanted to be so independent. And I was playing in this cover band at the time, you know, and I was making like $75 a night, twice a week. I thought that was really good money until the rent and the electricity and all that starts coming in. And so to make ends meet, you know, during the weekdays or if there was an event going on, I would go down
Towards
to the
the
Haymarket
Dexter.
and play on the corners and just busk. And, you know, some nights maybe you don't make anything, or some nights you make a bunch of money, you know, a bunch being $40. And
This one's class.
it
It
was,
looks so,
you know,
so
that's
chunky.
literally how I was living in. I remember one night my buddy Alex
Have you heard of
Steele,
him in that
if you
field?
know him, he
Have you
came
heard of these
down
ones?
and he was
Yeah.
just, as a joke, put 2 cans of ravioli in my guitar
You
case.
heard of that? No?
No.
And he was like, hey, there you go, man. Now you can eat tonight. But what he didn't know is that was, I was so excited because that was the first food I had
Look at these
in
people.
like
Look
2
at these
days.
ones.
And so
Oh, yeah.
it's crazy
7,000
now.
now.
I was just like a week ago, I was driving downtown past the Rococo and I see Evan Bartles, April 27th. And I was just like, I can't, it's hard to comprehend, you know, because it's so much work. Like there was so much work that I did on the craft of songwriting, and
did we
you
step
know,
on it?
where I grew up, we had to drive an hour
That's
to
how it's
get
unfortunate,
to
isn't it?
Lincoln. And I remember being in high school and thinking, man, if I could
You want
just
one of
get
them? How many
a
has to
show
be
booked
John
in
Deere
Lincoln and start getting in that scene and like meeting people and playing with them. And then it, you know, somebody gave me a chance and I got
Right,
that
and I
show.
say bye,
and then
my
I thought,
battery's
man,
like
if I
that.
could just get the band up
Bye.
here and we
Say
could
bye,
play
guys.
one show.
Bye, guys.
And that's what it's always been